Alrighty. Alrighty then. Hi, Mr. Beans. You're here right on time for the show. Hi, buddy. How are ya? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Hi, everybody. Hi, how are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. I figured out the problem from the other day's stream, and it shouldn't happen again. I figured out the issue, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday's issue was that I had a bunch of random streams that were scheduled, and because of that, when I tried to start the stream, it would put you in a waiting room. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but it was pretty fucking crazy. Did I get smarter? Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. So I want to get some pictures from Trump's parade here. We now have like, all right, so get this, guys. King Doland claimed 250,000 people came to his birthday party. And we watched it, bro. There was like maybe no more than 20,000 people. Trump parade. Look at this. Brother. Brother. Jesus Christ. We got to get a whole bunch of these clips ready to go because we're going to make a video. We are going to make a video at some point. So we've got that one. I think Brian Tyler Cohen's got some of the real good shit. Let me check him out. You think civil war is imminent? I don't know. I mean, I think we're closer to a civil war than we've ever been.
And once again, his roommate, and we even asked about Mr. Bolter's political affiliations, and David Carlson, once again, his roommate and best friend, known him since 4th grade, did say Bolter voted for Trump and that he was a strong supporter.
Why do people not... Wait, who the fuck needed to be told this? He shot 2 Democratic lawmakers, and he had a hit list with, like, Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar on it. Who the fuck was claiming that this guy was a fucking leftist? That's the stupidest shit ever. All right. Let's get some more... I want more. I want more. Trump parade. We got to get more. It's unbelievable. It's pitiful even. Like, look at the way... Remember yesterday I was telling you, look at the way these guys are marching. It's embarrassing even. All right, so we're going to cover Trump's parade. J.D. Dubois, J.D. Dubois, J.D. Dubois, J.D. Dubois, J.D. Dubois. Trump's parade, and then we're going to need... Oh, I wonder if Kyle has any good coverage of this.
All right, y'all. So, first of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you guys have...
No, because he's reporting from his fucking car. I love Kyle, dude. He's just like... He doesn't give a shit where he reports from. There was a shooting at one of the No King's Day protests. Yeah, Trump could pardon the assassin. Trump can pardon anybody.
Oh, are you serious?
Get out! Run! Get out! ICE is at Pioneer Park and the Gateway. Avoid that area.
We're still the most lethal fighting force? I vehemently disagree, bro. I think we would get our asses bodied by the Chinese. Not only do they have 3 times the fucking soldiers, but they also have equally as good tech, if not better. Plus, they have far more discipline.
A gunshot.
What are we doing? You guys know what happened? Again? Yeah, again. Come on, everybody. In.
Right there. Someone just got shot.
Turn to President Trump's military parade through the nation's capital and the nationwide protests against his administration.
By the way, guys, hi, how are you? Welcome to the Valenti broadcast. I didn't say hello. If you're new here, my name's Chris Valenti. I'm a douchebag from New York. I majored in history, I minored in political science, and I fucking hate fascism. Thank you for being here.
Administration's policies. We have team coverage this morning. ABC's Alex Stone is live in Los Angeles, but we're going to start with ABC's Alex Perche, who joins us from Washington. Good morning to you, Alex. You were out there amidst all those protesters.
That's right, Janae, and it was quite the contrast between what played out on the
People in Minnesota still went out to protest? Nice.
National Mall, a parade of pomp and circumstance, and the many protests and some unrest across the country.
From Atlanta to Arlington to Albuquerque to Anaheim, 2,000 separate demonstrations this weekend in all 50 states. So-called No King's Day protest.
All right, we're going to have that queued up and ready to go.
A manhunt is underway at this hour for the suspect in the attack on lawmakers in Minnesota. Police say he posed as a law enforcement officer and drove what looked like a police car.
No, he ain't caught yet.
Marriage is a real opportunity to have a powerful life.
Police say they found a second vehicle belonging to Vance Bolter on Sibley County, Minnesota, and asked residents to be vigilant as the officers searched the area. State Representative Melissa Hortman and the top Democrat in Minnesota House and her husband were shot dead, Governor Tim Walz said. Democratic Senator John Hoffman and his wife were shot by the same person. The couple survived. All right, so we're going to get that. All right, so we're going to do Trump's parade. Sunday stream, absolutely.
Well, let me say to the thousands of Americans who traveled from distant towns and across state lines to be here today, this is your national capital. Welcome to Washington, D.C. We are thrilled to have you. This evening, as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States Army, the oldest branch of the greatest fighting force ever known.
He said some shit about we would only send you to war if we must.
To man, I want to say to all, and one of the things the President of the United States has told his entire administration, from the Vice President on down, is that we must remember that the young men and women who put on the uniform and serve this nation are our most precious resource. We must honor them, we must respect them, we must fight for them, and that's exactly what the Trump administration aims to do every single day. And so to our soldiers, we're so proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you is, number one, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to, and number two, when we do ask you to go to war, we give you the weapons and the support needed to kick that to you, is number one.
All right, and then Trump says we're going to Iran. Jesus Christ, dude. The President Donald Trump vetoed a plan presented by Israel to kill Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. According to the U.S., the Israelis informed the Trump regime in recent days that they had developed a credible plan to kill him. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What the fuck is this? God, dude, the Times of Israel. What is new today? Just the same old shit. World War III, you know, stuff like that.
The new waves of attacks between Israel and Iran.
All right. I think we've got a video. I think that we have got a video. Let's just get one more quick recap of the parade. If only Chris could see your comment. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but somebody send me $5,000 immediately. I hope everybody's getting stoned right now in chat. I really do. All right. White House claims 250K people came to parade. Where does it say it? Doesn't say anything about the number. Trump admin mocked. Okay. The White House is claiming... So what did they claim on Twitter? No shot. So what's his name? Stephen Chung. This is the White House Communications Director. This is the White House Communications Director? Why the fuck does his head look like that? What the fuck is going on? Despite the threat of rain, over 250,000 patriots showed up to celebrate. Brother, I'm frankly certain there were more soldiers than people, like civilians, at that fucking parade. I'm not even kidding. It definitely looked like there were more soldiers than people. Wow, you guys are giving Jack credit for being smart in the chat. You guys are fucking fools, bro. Jack is dumb as shit. No, I'm kidding. Jack is super smart, but I'm the dumb one, believe it or not. It's all a lie. I'm a fraud, and frankly, send me $5,000 immediately. I'm broken, poor, and broken, poor, and broken, poor. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. All right, let's get this up here. All right. I think it's time to make a video. You guys down to make a video? We're gonna make a video real quick, all right? Here we go. Hi there. Hey, so Trump's parade was dog shit. Trump's birthday party, and they're claiming 250,000 people showed up to it. Just the most bold-faced lie. I actually think Donald Trump selected that number because it was the 250th anniversary of the Army. Not even kidding, bro. There were 6,700 soldiers there. I think there were more soldiers than people. We've got some clips of it. I mean, unreal. And that parade was dog shit. If you were here for the live stream last night, we watched the entire thing. It was pathetic. There's nobody in the crowd. Our soldiers don't know how to march. The tanks were squeaking. It was unbelievable. Even, I mean, Marco Rubio was yawning during it. It's ridiculous. And then we're going to do some live updates from Iran and Israel. Turns out Israel put together some plan to assassinate the Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran, and Trump vetoed it, which is hilarious because he greenlit bombing them in the first place. What else? And then we're going to cover the No Kings protest and the terrorist attacks that happened yesterday. There were a couple. There's still an assassin at large. He was like the CEO of some Praetorian Guard mercenary company. Just the most fed shit I've ever fucking heard. And he assassinated a Democratic lawmaker, the leader of the House, I think, in Minnesota, and her husband. And then he went to another house and he shot another Democratic lawmaker and his wife. Those two survived, but the first two did actually die. Then there was a second terrorist attack. Some MAGA chud got in his SUV and tried to ram through a protest. And then there was a third terrorist attack. Some MAGA chud got his gun and tried to shoot up a protest, I think, in Salt Lake City. So just, MAGA is a terrorist organization. I need you to understand, MAGA is a death cult. They don't care about life. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to cover all of this. And also, JD, we're going to war with Iran. They're ordering pizza to the White House while our soldiers are eating lobster. Never a good sign. What else? Yeah, Trump says we're probably going to go to war with Iran. JD Vance says we would only send you to war if we had to. It's just chaos. I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. If you're new here, I'm just a douchebag from New York with a major in history and a minor in political science. I really want to start a family, but I refuse to raise children in a fascist regime. There's nothing I hate more than a fucking fascist, and we're in this fight together, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. But before we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me immensely. If you do want to support me financially, you can become a member for $5. You can become a patron on Patreon for $5. $50. You could buy Valenti Videos merch down below, and you can use the 40% off discount code for the Vantage subscription on Ground News, also located down below, and then you could just donate to the channel. This fucking chair is so goddamn loose, it makes me fucking upset. But anyway, I want you to hear this little clip from J.D. Vance giving his speech at that fascist birthday party for King Doland. Just listen to what he says here, because I find this particularly poignant.
And so to our soldiers, we're so proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you is, number one, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to.
I feel like that's not something you would say in peace times. That's not something you would say if the future is looking peaceful. That's something you would say if the future is looking full of war, right? And then on top of that, I want to show you this. Luigi, stop it. This is the White House director. What is he? The White House Director of Communications. And he's posted this video. Just the bullshit when King Doland and Queen Melania showed up for the fascist birthday party, and he goes, "Amazing! Despite the threat of rain, over 250,000 patriots showed up to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army." 250,000. Really? 250,000? Because there's nobody here, bro. Do you see this shit? And you're gonna claim 250,000 people showed up for this? Are you out of your fucking mind? If you're gonna lie, at least say like 50,000 people showed up. That'd be harder to disprove. But you weren't even close to 100K, let alone double that plus another 50. That is the most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking heard. Ridiculous. Look at this. Bro, I've been to Disney World when it's more crowded than this. Brother, the one thing I'm happy about is that they all got together so I could know in the future to not hang out with these people. Like, I wish there was like a fucking list of everyone's faces and names so I knew, okay, these are the people I don't want to hang out with, because they unironically went to Trump's 250th birthday party because he's a fucking vampire. Anyway, we got some more clips and footage I want to show you. Here's, so this is the clip we just saw. Look at the way that they're marching, bro. This is what I was saying during the parade yesterday. Either these are untrained cadets, extras that they got off backstage.com, or these people genuinely wanted to show Donald Trump that they don't give a fuck about being here and they don't want to be here, because take note of their arms and legs. Zero cohesion. And this is coming from somebody who, like, dude, my dad was a Vietnam veteran. My uncle fought in Korea. My grandfather fought in the Pacific. My other grandfather stormed Normandy. Like, I come from a military family. I have a lot of respect for our soldiers, but this looks weak. It is giving weak, failing, declining empire. It is giving, we don't give a fuck about our soldiers, but we do give a fuck about Lockheed Martin. So fucking pathetic. It's so fucking pathetic. There's more security than attendees, bro.
Absolutely. And you know,
look at that fucking bleacher.
Citizen soldier and why the skills that you learn in the Army.
250,000 people, right, Donnie? Right, Dementia Donnie? 250,000 people came to your birthday, right?
In everyday life, especially, you know, learning how to be
sponsored by Coinbase, sponsored by Lockheed, sponsored by Palantir. You know, meanwhile, no King's Day. No King's D-Day. Jesus Christ. Now that's a different timeline entirely. No King's Day. Oh my God, what the fuck are you doing? Oh yeah, this is January 6th. Yeah, by the way, not an insurrection. Non-violent. Non-violent, by the way. But I gotta see the size of these No King's Day. No King's Day crowd size. Oh my God, look at this fucking shit. But dude, millions. Apparently, I think it was like 5 or 6 million people. It might have been the largest protest in American history. There it is. This is in DC, bro. This is the crowd Trump wanted for his birthday. But he'll never fucking get... What is this guy doing, bro? Please tell me you're inside. Every single person here is protesting the fat orange fucking Hitler in the Oval Office. 12 million people apparently came to the protest. 12 million fucking people. Let's see. How many people protested No King's Day? Millions. There were 2,000 fucking cities with protests, bro. 2,000 cities. Just an unbelievable, over 5 million turned out across the country. That's probably low estimates. But let's move on to some of the terrorist attacks that happened yesterday. So the assassin in Minnesota is still at large, but the police found his vehicle, and they found, I think, a second vehicle.
Marriage is a real opportunity.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's an ad. Go fuck yourself. Police say they found a second vehicle belonging to suspect Vance Bolter in Sibley County, Minnesota, and asked residents to be vigilant as officers search the area. A manhunt is underway for Belter in connection with yesterday's killing of state lawmaker and the shooting of another. Lawmakers he killed State Representative Melissa Hortman, the top Democrat in the Minnesota House, and her husband were shot dead in an apparent, quote, politically motivated assassination. Governor Tim Walz said. Democratic State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were shot by the same person. This couple survived the attack. The suspect impersonated an officer. A man dressed like a police officer came out of Hortman's home and shot at the police before escaping. So he had a shootout with the cops and got away. He had been driving what appeared to be a police car. Investigators found a hit list of nearly 70 names in the suspect's car, mostly naming Democrats or figures with ties to abortion rights. Now, here's the craziest thing. This is a MAGA terrorist. But the right wing, Charlie Kirk, Elon Musk, Matt Walsh, all of the bootlicking, incel, cultist, bottom of the barrel scum in our society, they're claiming this was a leftist who had a hit list with Governor Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, targeted abortion right. Listen, I need to say this clearly. If you think that this assassin is a leftist, you are unironically dumber than a dog. You are dumber than a dog. I could convince you to go fetch a bone. Abso-fucking-lutely, you're a dumb fuck. Okay? I can't even go any further on this. Okay? And then there was the car drives through protest. We've got this fucking guy. Man drives into crowd of protesters at the No King's Day. I think they've got a picture of him.
One of the reasons why there are endless wars is that...
No, this is live. But here's what he fucking looks like. Typical fucking MAGA supporter. They all look the fucking same. SUV drives through protesters in Culpeper, Virginia, police say. Man was arrested Saturday in Culpeper, Virginia after a SUV drove through a crowd following a No Kings demonstration there, the town police said. Preliminary investigation indicated that at least one person was struck, but in a statement on Saturday afternoon, police said the person had not been located. No injuries had been reported to law enforcement. Excuse me. Unfucking believable. Okay? And then there was another one. Shooting at No King's Day protest. One person critically injured, 3 in custody after shooting as 10,000 march in Salt Lake City during No King's Day protest. Salt Lake City police say they have taken 3 people into custody after a shooting. The person shot on Saturday night has died, by the way. The injured man was seen collapse on State Street. Emergency responders providing care. The motive for the shooting led up to an investigation. It's because they're Democrats and MAGA are all terrorists, every single one of them. That is the reason why. They are inferior. By the way, if you still support Donald Trump, you are intellectually inferior and you are an oxygen thief. Just never fucking vote again, okay? We've got a little bit of coverage from ABC.
Turn to President Trump's military.
It's a little mix of the parade and the protests.
Nationwide protests against his administration's policies. We have team coverage this morning. ABC's Alex Stone is live in Los Angeles. But we're going to start with ABC's Alex Perche, who joins us from Washington. Good morning to you, Alex. You were out there amidst all those protesters.
That's right, Janae. And it was quite the contrast between what played out on the National Mall, a parade of pomp and circumstance, and the many protests and some unrest across the country.
From Atlanta to Arlington to Albuquerque to Anaheim, 2,000 separate demonstrations.
Bro, the fucking LAPD are so out of line. I was watching footage of the LAPD just fucking non-stop firing rubber bullets at people who were standing perfectly still holding signs. The LAPD is a fucking shit show, dog.
In all 50 states, so-called No King's Day protest voicing opposition to President Trump's agenda and a joint birthday celebration he threw for the U.S. Army.
Unbelievable dichotomy.
Many protests peaceful, but some erupting into chaos. Gunfire breaking out during a demonstration in Salt Lake City, Utah. Police rushing to help one victim in critical condition. Authorities taking one man into custody and saying there are no other known threats to the community. A motive under investigation.
All MAGA voters are a threat to your community. They are the most violent fascist rats in our society. If you still support Donald Trump, abandon ship, stop being a Nazi, join the OAL, the only Americans left. Genuinely, the right-wing MAGA ideology is so dangerous and regressive. We need to leave it behind in the dust, dead, as the rest of us move on and build society. Because if we allow this sort of shit to continue, to evolve, we will unironically go back in time. We will go back in time.
In Los Angeles, police used flashbangs to break up crowds outside federal buildings downtown. Protesters seen running to safety. Demonstrations in Minnesota canceled after that deadly targeted shooting of Democratic lawmakers. Authorities finding flyers for the protests in the suspect's vehicle. And in Charlotte, 2 protests.
Also, by the way, regarding the police impersonating assassin, what the fuck did you think would happen when you allowed these ICE terrorists to wear masks, no badges, no identification, and just black bag kidnap people off the streets, brother? This isn't even the first time we've seen this. Somebody impersonated an ICE officer and kidnapped a woman already. This shit is it's a response. It is a consequence of you allowing unconstitutional, illegal kidnappings from the ICE terrorist Gestapo that will be held responsible once we get to prosecuting them.
Protesters arrested for assaulting officers. Meanwhile, a stark contrast for President Trump's night, filled with pomp and circumstance in Washington. Commemorating the 250th birthday of the U.S. Army and his 79th birthday, culminating in a military parade along the National Mall, the first of its kind since 1991.
Oh my God.
The military estimates Saturday's parade cost as much as $45 million in taxpayer money.
$45 million for this fucking role-playing event put on by the Orange Hitler. Thanks, King Doland, you fucking fat idiot.
The country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too.
Happy Father's Day, Nelson.
But just outside the perimeter, thousands gathered to protest.
More than 1,000 people gathered at Logan Circle, now marching down towards the White House. But they felt passionate about being specifically here in D.C. peacefully to make sure that the White House hears their opposition.
President Trump told reporters last week that protesters would be met with heavy force.
I am here today, here in D.C., is because he threatened us. Like, how crazy.
Roseanne Rodriguez is a veteran who served with the 82nd Airborne.
I have a right protected by the Constitution that says I can be out here.
Now, the White House later attempted to clarify, saying the president...
Oh, Callie Alley's one of those dumb motherfuckers who thinks that the MAGA-supporting, Trump-voting terrorist who had a hit list with Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar and then went and killed 2 Democrat lawmakers because of their pro-abortion rights. This dumb fuck thinks that, dude, if you think that's a leftist, I have a bridge to sell you in Kenya. You are unironically dumber than a fucking amoeba, you stupid fucking idiot.
And supports peaceful protests, but his comments were motivating factors for some to cancel their DC events. Notably, there were no reported
He's an old
arrests
hate watcher who
in
came back. Welcome back, you beta bitch. Chat, boo this woman. Boo this woman.
Alex Brochet, thank you. And one of the larger protests was in Los Angeles, where marchers, also angry over Trump immigration policies, clashed with police. ABC's Alex Stone continues our team coverage. And Alex, you were there overnight when these demonstrations escalated.
Good morning. Yeah, we were right in the middle of all of it. And overnight, the LAPD battling back crowds. The crowds grew during the day.
This is why it's so important to immediately combat misinformation like that, because dumb motherfuckers across this nation just parrot the same talking points from Elon Musk and Charlie Kirk and go, "I thought he was a Democrat." Hey, dumb fuck, he's killing Democrats and he's still at large. And also, you stupid motherfuckers are cheering for it. You unironically support the death of these Democrat lawmakers because it got rid of the Democratic majority in Minnesota. You guys are fucking terrorists.
Peaceful early on in the day, and then they became more violent at night. All day marchers made their way around the city. They were loud, but they were peaceful during the daytime. One estimate putting the crowd at 20,000 people filling the streets here. But the crowd really grew around the federal building, and at around 4 p.m., the LAPD saying officers were taking chunks of concrete, bottles, and rocks were being thrown at them. They moved in, clearing the streets. We were there as they were forcefully coming in, pushing back the crowds, using gas and less lethal rounds, firing them at protesters who would not leave. Late overnight, the LAPD again gained control of the streets around the federal building here. Once again, the curfew went into effect around 8 last night. And here at the federal building, Gio, this morning, the National Guard is here. The Marines have been out as well as they're protecting this building. Gio.
All right, Alex Stone.
We've got more for you, and also that same hate chatter just popped out the Israeli flag. Every single one of them is the same, bro. Why is it always that the martial law-loving, boot-licking fucking fools in our nation are all so beholden to Israel? Let me guess. You think that fucking Jesus Christ is going to open up the sky and the Messiah is going to return, and that you need to support Israel because the Messiah will only return once the Jews fully control all of greater Israel. Then you and the rest of the good old Christians will be stripped of your clothes and summoned up into the sky during the rapture, while us and the rest of the heathens have to fight alongside Jesus Christ and his fucking army of angels against the Antichrist and Satan's demons. Hey, dumb fuck, you probably believe that life is anime, bro. Why don't you go watch Attack on Titan? It's unironically better anime than the fucking Bible. Speaking of Israel and religion, okay, Trump vetoed an Israeli plan to kill Iran's supreme leader. So the terrorist Israelis literally wrote up a fucking plan to assassinate the leader of Iran, the fucking Ayatollah, okay? Meanwhile, Trump is greenlighting them bombing the fuck out of Iran, but not greenlighting an assassination attempt. He's the most fucking hypocritical fool. Oh my God. All right, Associated Press. King Doland vetoed a plan presented by Israel to the United States to kill Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, according to U.S. official familiar with the matter. The Israelis informed that the Trump regime in recent days that they had developed a credible plan to kill Khamenei. After being briefed on the plan, the White House made clear to Israeli officials that Trump was opposed to the Israelis making the move, according to the official who was not authorized to comment on the sensitive matter and spoke on the condition of anonymity. Meanwhile, Trump says the U.S. could get involved in fighting between Israel and Iran. And just so you understand, U.S. forces are already involved. We already have U.S. forces trying to intercept these fucking Iranian rockets that are being sent over into Israel. We're already in the fight. Yemen's joining in the fight. All these nations, France, the UK, all these NATO nations are like, we will help Israel. So World War III has begun. Meanwhile, King Doland, when he was running for president, said, if Kamala Harris wins, she will start World War III. The one thing that I can say is I will prevent World War III. And now we're finding out that not only did King Doland say, no, don't assassinate the Ayatollah. Yes, green light, bomb Iran. Yeah, you can use our forces, but I don't know, maybe they're going to go in. They're already in. So to all of the MAGA voters, bro, what happened to your peaceful dove? What happened to your peaceful dove? By the way, that same hate chatter just said Asmongold is better than Valenti. That's all I need to know about. Go back to his chat where he wipes his fucking bloody gums on the wall and uses a dead rat as an alarm clock, brother. Also, there's this new invention called soap. You should probably check that out. If you enjoy watching Asmongold, I guarantee you have not lifted up your obese fat roll and scrubbed off the crunch in at least 2 months. Go take a shower, dog. Go take a shower. Anyway, let's watch this now. So we have some footage of Iran and Israel with their military attacks.
The new waves of attacks between Israel and Iran, the deaths and destruction mounting on both sides, and today's scheduled negotiations over Iran's nuclear program, also a casualty. ABC's Marcus Moore joins us live from Bat Yam, Israel. With
Bro, thank God I'm not on Asmongold's radar. I do not want to be on his fucking radar. I want to smell nice. I don't want to stink.
Yes, good morning, Marcus.
Janae, good morning to you. We are just south of Tel Aviv at the site where an Iranian missile landed on a residential building overnight, and you can see the damage. And also, crews have been urgently searching for 3 people who are said to be missing in that rubble. And Janae, we also learned overnight that several people died here, including children.
Overnight, Iran and Israel...
I'm going to say one last thing, and then mods, you can ban Kali Ali. Dude, you're literally a fan of a dude who wipes his blood smear on the walls and uses a dead rat as an alarm clock. You unironically are a fan of that guy. I can't save you. You're mentally disabled, bro. You're mentally disabled.
Trading more fire, both nations carrying out fresh waves of deadly attacks. In Israel, videos circulating online capturing this massive strike in the coastal town of Bat Yam. At least 6 people killed, including 2 children, and more than 100 wounded, according to Israel's emergency services. Here you can see the aftermath. First responders rushing to the scene, desperately searching for survivors amid the rubble. 3 residents still missing. Iran's barrage of dozens
Jesus
of
Christ,
missiles
they look
and drones,
like fucking shooting stars, bro. They look like shooting stars.
Seen soaring over Jordan towards Israel.
Oh my God.
And flying over Jerusalem. With sirens blaring from the north down to Tel Aviv. Israel's air defense system, including the Iron Dome, intercepting some of the aerial assault, like this Iranian drone.
Oh!
But several missiles evading the system, hitting their targets. Medics saying at least 4 people were killed and 14 injured in a direct hit on the Arab-Israeli town.
Meanwhile, fucking 900 injured in Iran and like over 120 dead.
Town of Tamra. Israel also intensifying its attacks. This massive fire raging at an Iranian oil depot after an Israeli strike, according to the Iranian Ministry of Oil. Images throughout Tehran capturing the area in flames. And these new satellite images showing the before and after of this Revolutionary Guard military facility hit by the Israeli assault. Israel claims it has killed at least 9 Iranian nuclear scientists since its surprise operation earlier this week. Iran saying at least 78 people have been killed. The death toll climbing on both sides with no immediate signs of peace.
And then I'm pretty sure Netanyahu just spoke live. Thank you for the $5 donation. Where is he? Yeah, here he is. Or no, not live. He was speaking with Brett Breyer, Fox News host.
The decision 600.
He is hoping. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Mr. Prime Minister, welcome back to Special Report.
Thank you. Good to be with you, Brett.
By the way, this guy is so fucking afraid that he's hiding in Greece.
Start at the beginning. Why did you launch this operation now?
Because we were facing an imminent threat, a dual existential threat. One, the threat of Iran rushing to weaponize their enriched uranium to make atomic bombs.
This is exactly what George W. Bush said when we invaded Iraq and Afghanistan, by the way.
With a specific and declared intent to destroy us. Second, a rush to increase their ballistic missile arsenal into the capacity that they would have 3,600 weapons a year, new weapons, within 3 years, 10,000 ballistic missiles, each one weighing a ton, coming in at Mach 6, right into our cities, as you saw today. And then in 6 years, 20.
You know what this is? I'll tell you what this is. This is, if I slapped you, boom! And you go, dude, you fucking slapped me. And I go, yeah, well, I could tell you were about to hit me. You went, fuck you, and you punched me. And I went, see? I fucking told you, this guy is out of control. I'm gonna beat the piss out of him. And you're like, bro, you fucking hit me. What are we talking about? And then I go, yeah, well, I think you were gonna stab me because you got a weapon of mass destruction. You go, brother, you have no proof I have a weapon. What are you talking about? I go, swear to God, this guy's making a knife. He was gonna have a knife next week. What are we talking about?
1,000. That's no country can sustain that, and certainly not a country the size of Israel. So we had to act. It was the 12th hour. We did act to save ourselves, but also, I think, to not only protect ourselves, but protect the world from...
I have a theory, too, which is that, thank you for the $5. I think that Netanyahu knows he's coming to an end with the whole genocide he's committing on the Palestinians. That the Palestinians are either all going to die or this whole thing is going to end and Israel's going to have to pull out. Netanyahu knows that if there's no conflict, he will be removed from office and he will be tried as a war criminal. So he's just starting a new conflict so he could stay in power. Be like, oh, guys, you can't let me out now. We're in the middle of a fucking war. I actually think this selfish piece of shit is doing this so he could fucking stay in power.
This incendiary regime, we can't have the world's most dangerous regime have the world's most dangerous weapons.
We can't have the world's most dangerous regime have the world's most dangerous weapons. I couldn't have said it better myself, BB. Which is why you should be forced to give up all of your nuclear weapons. Because you are, by far, the most dangerous regime on planet Earth. Your nation most resembles Nazi Germany out of any nation on Earth. You have an active apartheid. You are currently committing a genocide and using starvation as a weapon. You control an open-air prison that has 2.3 million people in it. You think you are the chosen one sent by God. Brother, what are we talking about? Anyway, listen, this is a really long fucking interview, Brett Breyer. You can go check it out yourself if you want, because we are not going to watch this entire fucking thing. But if you really like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. If you're watching this live, you stay. We're not ending this yet. But again, if you're watching this pre-recorded, you can help me out financially by becoming a member, becoming a patron, buying merch, and using the discount code for Ground News in the description. Other than that, click that video right over there. I promise you, it's a banger. And I know bangers. There we go. That's a fucking banger. That's a fucking banger. That's a fucking banger. All right. So we're going to need a thumbnail, and this is going to be a lot of stuff. So I think we should get Iran-Israel bombing as the background. Yeah, we'll use this one. That's a great photo. We're going to save that. Thummy time. Episode 152. All right, and then we're going to need Netanyahu. Yeah, we need Netanyahu here. Give me that. Save image. And then we're going to need Trump at the birthday. Trump at birthday parade. He looked real sad and angry. Yeah, there it is. Actually, maybe I'll use this one. Yeah, he looks real sad and angry there. All right, let's get it up. I did, Harry. We covered that in the video I just made, and that will be up in less than 5 minutes. We just got to make a thumbnail, and then we'll get it uploaded. All right, so we're going to use this as the background. We're going to put Trump. And we're going to make Trump tiny. Give him an outline. We'll give him a black outline. Yep. So we got tiny Trump. I want a little bit bigger of Netanyahu. Give him a background or an outline. And then I want me. Got to erase the chair here. Yeah, dude, the marching at that parade was actually hard to believe. It was hard to believe that that was our military. It literally looked like high school JROTC. Like, that looked like the high school JROTC marching when you guys are having, like, your morning muffins and everyone's pointing and laughing at them. You guys know what I'm talking about back in high school? Did you guys have any JROTC? What marching, Chris? Exactly. Exactly. That wasn't even fucking marching. We're going to give me white. All right, and then we're going to need some text. Raids, let's see, World War III. World War III parades. World War III parades and protests. I think that's too much. I think that's a dog shit. All right, how about yeah, how about just warmongers? Is warmongers one word or two word? Are you going to do this all of Trump's term? Absolutely. I will not stop until this man is out of office. I think warmongers is one word. Okay. I have a job to do. All right, let's get this fucker uploaded, huh? Yo, I'm getting really good, real quick, real fast with them thumbnails, right? Right? We're getting good with it. God damn, I'm hungry as shit. All right, we need a title, which is going to be... So first, this is episode 152. World War III. Trump's fascist birthday party. How about this? Millions protest Trump's fascist birthday party while World War III rages in the Middle East. That's a crazy title, bro. Millions protest Trump's fascist birthday party. How about Trump's fascist parade while World War III rages, let's capitalize rages in the Middle East. Valentivad, episode 152. I like that. When it rains, it pours. I'm so sorry for anyone who isn't aged out of the draft. Trump says we are going to Iran. Make sure this plays good from the beginning.
Hi there. Hey, so...
All right, perfect. Copy. Paste. All right, and this... Oh, I got to get the thumbnail in there. Thumbnail, Valentivad, episode 152. Are you still doing rabbit holes? Yeah, I just took these past 2 weeks off because the world started to burn. So I couldn't really... Same reason why I stopped doing history on TikTok was because of this. Because things got too serious for me to provide the world with distractions. I'm really good at distracting. And if I'm good at distracting, that means I'm also good at holding focus. There's one thing that I hope to do, which is to make these hard times a little bit funnier and a little bit less serious for everybody, because things are getting crazy, and if there's one thing I know how to do, it's make people laugh while they're crying. That's one thing I've always been damn good at. All right, video is uploaded. Press briefing. I think there was a press briefing today. Oh, that's 4 days ago. I want today's press briefing. Here we go. Press brief. All right, hold on. White House press briefing today. Where the fuck is today's press briefing? I love your channel, Chris. Thanks, Paula. Appreciate you. Hey, where am I? You're the reason I started watching the news. Thank you. Excuse me. But I really appreciate that because I'm just some douchebag. Sunday, June 15th. Okay, so she hasn't gone live yet. They haven't done their press briefing yet. When is it? When is the press briefing? When is it? Maybe Gemini knows. Fucking robot. When is today's White House press briefing? Today's not Friday. Today's not Friday, you stupid fucking clanker. White House press briefings don't happen on weekends. Okay. Thanks. You oil slicking robinoid. I don't watch news except for the weather. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, wait a minute. It ain't Saturday either. What the fuck is going on with this goddamn robot? They're going to come for you first? Let them. I keep water balloons on me.
We discuss a lot what happened behind the podium in the White House press briefing room with Caroline Leavitt being Caroline Leavitt and being
President
terrible.
Trump.
You know, saying that a bunch of times.
How are you? Good to see you all. What we have seen transpire in Los Angeles, California in recent days is shameful. Left-wing radicals waving foreign flags viciously attacked ICE and Border Patrol agents as well as Los Angeles police officers. These criminals injured police, threw rocks at police cars and officers, burned vehicles, shut down freeways, and lobbed Molotov cocktails, all because the Trump administration was removing violent criminal illegal aliens from the city. These attacks were aimed not just at law enforcement, but at American culture and society itself. Rioters burned American flags, chanted "Death to ICE," and spray-painted anti-American slogans on buildings. But President Trump will never allow mob rule to prevail in America. The most basic duty of government is to preserve law and order, and this administration embraces that sacred responsibility. Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass shamefully...
I wonder if Donnie has said anything on Truth today. Iran and Israel should make a deal, and we will make a deal, just like I got India and Pakistan to make. In that case, by using trade with the United States to bring reason, cohesion, and sanity into the talks with two excellent leaders who were able to quickly make a decision and stop. Also, during my first term, Serbia and Kosovo were going at it hot and heavy, and they have for many decades, and this long-time conflict was ready to break out into war. I stopped it. Biden has hurt the longer-term prospect with some very stupid decisions, but I will fix it again. Another case is Egypt and Ethiopia and their fight over a massive dam that is having an effect on the magnificent Nile River. There is peace, at least for now, because of my intervention, and it will stay that way. Likewise, we will have peace soon between Israel and Iran. Many calls and meetings now taking place. I do a lot and never get credit for anything, but that's okay, and people understand. Make the Middle East great again. What a fucking baby. I do a lot, and I never get credit for it, but that's okay. What a fucking loser, bro. This is supposed to be the leader of the free world. This is supposed to be the most powerful man on planet Earth. I do a what, and I never get credit for it. Oh, Johnny, poor baby. $5 from Ally. There was a shooting at the March in Salt Lake City. Civilian responders at the scene, but the cops refused to give them credit. Oh, Donnie. It's, dude, it's 80 years old, by the way. 80 years old, by the way. But yeah, no, I know about the shooting in Salt Lake City. It's fucking unbelievable. Fucking disgusting. Dude, I can't get over this part. I cannot get over this. I do a what, and I never get credit for anything, but that's okay. I'm gonna, hold on. I'm gonna make a TikTok right now. Hi, I'm Chris Valenti, and this is a dramatic reading of Donald Trump's recent tweet. Iran and Israel should make a deal and will make a deal, just like I got India and Pakistan to make a deal. In that case, by using trade with the United States to bring reason, cohesion, and sanity into the talks with two excellent leaders who were able to quickly make a decision and stop. Also, during my first term, Serbia and Kosovo were going at it hot and heavy, as they have for many decades, and this long-time conflict was ready to break out into war. I stopped it. Biden has hurt the longer-term prospects with some very stupid decisions, but I will fix it again. Another case is Egypt and Ethiopia and their fight over a massive dam that is having an effect on the magnificent Nile River. There is peace, at least for now, because of my intervention, and it will stay that way. Likewise, we will have peace soon between Israel and Iran. Many calls and meetings now taking place. I do a lot and never get credit for anything, but that's okay. The people understand. Make the Middle East great again. Yo, real quick, bro, if you still support the 80 years old, by the way, leader of the free world, by the way, most powerful man on planet Earth, by the way, if you still support that's my humble, bro, holy fuck, go outside. Bro, that's gotta be the craziest shit. That's gotta be the craziest shit I've ever fucking read. Yo, get a grip, Dementia Donnie, get a grip. Unfucking real, bro. Unfucking real, bro. That's going right up. That's already uploading. You see the meter on the top? That's uploading. Is that Aaron Parnas? Breaking news, 400 billion dead in Guadalcanal. Totally kidding. This is unbelievable. Oh my god, he's such a terrible fucking negotiator, too. What a great parade. Thank you, Army. President Putin called this morning to very nicely wish me a happy birthday, but to more importantly, talk about Iran, a country he knows very well. We talked at length. Much less time was spent talking about Russia, Ukraine, but that will be for next week. He's doing the planned prisoner swaps, large numbers of prisoners that are being exchanged immediately from both sides. The call lasted approximately 1 hour. He feels, as do I, this war in Israel-Iran should end, to which I explained his war should also end. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. We have a fucking 80-year-old grandfather shitposting from the fucking toilet as the leader of the free world. Isn't this fun, chat? Isn't this really fucking fun? Aren't you having a great time? I'm so tired of this winning, bro. I'm so tired of all the winning, you know? So tired of the winning. Why the fuck is Vladimir Putin calling you to wish you a happy birthday, dude? And why are you flexing? Why are you flexing that, dog? Why are you flexing that? Hi, Beans. Hi. What are you doing? Hi, handsome boy. Mr. Handsome Bo Bansome. Do you guys think Trump thought the parade was good? No. I went out and protested for you yesterday, Chris. Attaboy, Nicholas. But you did not protest for me. You protested for America. You protested for our fucking future. I wonder what Charlie Kirk has posted, because Charlie posts some of the fucking most unhinged shit you could imagine. Hi, Bean. To all the haters of the military parade celebrating the 250th birthday of the U.S. Army, you were dead wrong. That was incredible and the best military recruitment event we've ever seen. Congrats to our troop. Dude, that is copium. That is pure fucking copium. Powerful image. Really? Yo, do you think he's coping? Powerful image?
And Abraham Lincoln in their ranks. After the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Rangers were called upon to lead the way in the global war on terrorism. As part of the U.S. Army Special Operations Command.
Do you think he's coping? I think he's coping.
Based out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, represents a lethal agile.
There's no way he actually thinks this is a powerful image. Just to give you an example, Chinese military parade. Let's compare. Let's compare. Here's the Chinese. Huh. Those are women, mind you. Where are the guns? We probably don't have enough for them. Jesus Christ, we look fucking pathetic. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. At least these guys can march. At least these guys can march. Well, guys, here's the difference. If they fuck up in China, they die. And also, attendance is mandatory. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. This is what Trump wanted, bro. This is what he thought was gonna happen. We are so fucked if we go to war with China. Can we be honest for a second? Like, just real talk. We're not beating these people in a fucking war. No shot! No shot! And mind you, what is the size of the U.S. military? 4 million? $2.86 million personnel, okay? $2.86 million versus... That can't be correct. That cannot be correct. Oh, reserve civilian employees. Okay, never mind. 1.29 million active duty. So they have about 1 million more troops in active duty. And what? Here, you know what? Let's just ask Gemini. What percentage of the U.S. population is in the active duty military? Or, sorry, is active duty military. So, less than 1% of the total U.S. population. Same question, but for China. China has the largest active duty military in the world, 2.035 million active duty personnel. And that 2.03 million, okay, is 0.145% of their population. 0.15%, and they already double us. Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh, that's gonna get fucking copyrighted. Not gonna happen. Never in a million fucking years. Are they gonna translate that shit? They're not. Unbelievable. Why are we comparing China and the U.S. military? Because we want to go to war with them? Because we consider the Chinese to be our #1 adversary? Because it's not a matter of if we go to war with China, it's a matter of when we go to war with China? I did. Well, I think we have the strongest military right there, Chris. That's the Chinese, bro. The Chinese have a much stronger military than us. Breaking news. What is this? This is in Israel.
Some breaking news where an Iranian missile has just made impact in Israel's city of Haifa.
Boom.
All right, well, these are the latest scenes there.
World War III started a couple of days ago, Cameron. World War III started a couple of days ago.
Israeli strikes have hit the Iranian capital of Tehran on Sunday. Video on social media and geolocated by CNN shows smoke billowing into the sky in densely populated areas of the city. Other video showed an injured person being carried on a stretcher, while other residents try to suppress a water break believed to be caused by the strikes. A nearby building could be seen damaged, its windows blown out.
Trump administration weighs adding 36 countries to the travel ban, new memo says. So another 36 countries are going to be banned. That's fucking crazy. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Israel detected more missiles launched from Iran on Sunday evening. Explosion in Haifa. No end in sight. Israel's operation against Iran is expected to take weeks, not days, and is moving forward with implicit U.S. approval, according to the White House. President Trump said his country has nothing to do with the Israeli attacks. That's completely... That's a gross lie. That is a gross lie. Netanyahu says, we'll do what we need to do with Iran's leader. We will do what we need to do with Iran's leadership. He claimed the regime change could certainly be the result of Israel's attacks on the Islamic Republic. In response to a question about assassinating Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, came a weekend... Okay, Jesus Christ. Could certainly be the result because the leadership is very weak. Start learning Mandarin. 我们是情书里是伤伤，哭着来要唱到老就有，让我们进这里其实样样之情有，我们是进这里去伤伤。 Yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. I think I got some good reposts on TikTok today. Let's see if TikTok's going to show us some fucked up video off the rip. Nope, just a couple of fucking teenagers. Why? Dude, ban teenagers from social media. Fully and completely.
And I will tell you, there are people out there that say if you go out, and if you make this endorsement, and if you do this, your political career will be over. And to that, I say, I don't care. When they do that, free Palestine as well. And I will tell you, there are people out there that say if...
I fucking love her so much.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Palantir.
Avi was at that rally, by the way. Avi was at that rally.
Also, I don't understand the relationship between America.
This is Bassem Youssef, by the way. I fucking love Bassem Youssef. He's hilarious.
And Israel. It's like it's the most effed up situation ever. We're like the world's most pathetic sugar daddy. We give them billions of dollars and they shit on us. Like Mr. Jonathan said, now we're ganging on them. We're not helpful. Dude, we gave you $30 billion to bomb children and it's not enough for you. Like, I mean, at least when you pay a dominatrix, you know that you're getting fucked. But this is
on Piers Morgan. Thank you for the $10, Sophie. At least when you get a dominatrix, you know you're getting fucked. Dude, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
This is just America having a public humiliation king while getting fucked, and they call this foreign policy.
This is just America having a public humiliation kink while getting fucked. Brother.
They are arresting American students on American soils for protesting Israeli war crimes. What the hell, man? This is like your crack whore making you beat your children for calling her what she is, a whore.
What? What the fuck are you talking about now? What the fuck are you... Dude, what do you do, Bassem? What do you do with your free time? Because it certainly has to do with crack whores and dominatrixes. Like, I fucking love this man. I have to hear that again. That's so funny.
American students on American soils for protesting Israeli war crimes. What the hell, man? This is like your crack whore making you beat your children for calling her what she is, a whore. This is what really boggles me in America. The right and the left, they fight each other.
How the fuck is Piers Morgan not oh, is he about to crack a smile?
And nail.
How is he not laughing his fucking ass off?
Gun control, education, minorities' rights, healthcare, DEI. But when it comes to Israel, everybody competes to be Israel's favorite bitch. Republicans hate handouts unless it's for Israel. And Democrats, they love human rights unless it's for the Palestinians. I mean, this is a Delulu state. You guys are Delulu.
A Delulu state? Brother, get the fuck out of here.
You are Delulu. Like, I came here today to witness for myself how someone can lie so shamelessly. The guy is like a human pinball machine. Every question lies on him, ends on Hamas. It's like a magic 8-ball with one answer. Hamas. Yani at least flat earthers, they make things interesting. You guys are boring. You are like the same thing. I left all of this. I left the media because of this. I come back. It's a freaking Groundhog Day. Every day, the same question, the same thing. Dude, nobody believes you. You are liars.
Okay.
Nobody believes you.
Okay, let me...
Fuck yes, dude. Bassem is nutty. I love him.
We now live in a country where newspapers publish the mugshots of miscarriage patients.
This is my cousin, by the way, Jessica.
It's not an exaggeration. That is what is happening right now in Georgia.
See?
I made a video about this yesterday. I feel like the algorithm is completely bearing it, and so I'm just going to say it all over again. A 24-year-old woman was found in Georgia unconscious and bleeding outside of her apartment complex. After they brought her to the hospital, they charged her. They charged her with abandoning a dead body and concealing a death.
She's single?
All
No,
because
bro.
when
She's
she
married with children.
Miscarried, she wrapped up the fetal remains and put them in the trash. What the fuck else was she supposed to do with them? Literally, there is no law in Georgia or anywhere else dictating
I love how she's talking about, like, literal women's rights and abortion, and y'all immediately objectified her. Instantly! This is just reinforcing everything she's fucking saying.
Of fetal remains, miscarriage remains, but they arrested her anyway. And by the
Yeah,
way,
Jessica's
the
my cousin.
police,
We were at dinner the other
say
day.
in their
Like,
press
literally
release that
yesterday
this
we were
was
at
a
dinner.
miscarriage. They are not claiming that they are investigating this as an illegal abortion, but even if it was an illegal abortion, the law in Georgia says you can't prosecute abortion patients. So what are they doing? Why are they investigating a miscarriage? Why are they sending this woman's fetal remains out for an autopsy at the same time that this woman is in jail? Georgia Republicans are considering a bill that would let prosecutors charge abortion patients with murder. So if this bill were to become law, if you had an abortion in Georgia, you could be charged with a homicide. And this is all related, right? They are pushing legislation like this to have more investigations like the one we're seeing with this young woman. They want to enable and empower police, prosecutors to treat any pregnancy loss
I saw.
as
We covered it
suspect
already.
and potentially criminal. I have the full story over at my newsletter, but I've got to say I am seeing more and more stories like this, more and more arrests and charges like this. They're hoping that people won't care or notice because they're targeting the most marginalized women and girls. It is so incredibly important that we're proving them wrong.
Yeah, guys, make sure you follow Jess. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube as well. She doesn't get as much love. Women don't get, like, any views on YouTube. It's actually very bizarre. Female content creators on YouTube are disproportionately like, not viewed. I don't know what the fuck it is about YouTube. I think it's because, like, 75% of the people who use YouTube are men. But, Jesus Christ, look at this. Our boys have lobster, bro. They're freaking out. They're tweaking. Jack, put yourself in the corner for 60 seconds. What's her YouTube name? It should be Jessica Valenti. If not, it's Auntie Killjoy. Let me see. Abortion Every Day. That's her name on it. Abortion Every Day. But here she is on The Daily Show.
Not too shabby, right?
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
I'll take it.
This book is it's fantastic. I feel like you articulate at the top. And also, I should say this: you just got word this is a New York Times bestseller, baby, right?
It is.
Number one?
It is. No, not number one.
Not number one.
Not number one,
but a
One
bestseller.
day. Right by the skin of our teeth, but I'll take it.
Oh, you take it. This grew out of a newsletter you were writing called Abortion Every Day.
Yeah.
Why did you feel the need to start a newsletter, Abortion Every Day?
I mean, I probably should have called it Abortion Every Hour because that's how often the news is coming out, breaking about abortion. The attacks are just so unrelenting. They're nonstop. And I think I just wanted to provide a little bit of order to the chaos to help people understand what was going on and sort of, same thing with the book, give them the information, context.
Yeah, no, Jess is like more famous than me, bro. Jess was on MSNBC. She's been on CNN. Jess has been fucking everywhere, dog. Are you kidding? This is 13 years ago, bro. She's been in this fucking shit for way longer than I have. See, here she is 13 fucking years ago. Jess goes brazy. Show her some love, folks. Show her some fucking love. Did she get you into YouTube? No. Bro, I got her into YouTube. I have way more subs than her. She's got like 1,000 subscribers. Your family just aged like wine? Yeah, bro. We're like unreasonably good looking. Let me see if I think I have some pictures. Hold on. Google Drive. Shared with me. Here, I got some pictures of my dad and Nam. There's my dad and Nam. Dad and Nam. Dad and Nam. Nam Wall. Nam Wall. Nam Parade. Nam Memorial. Hillary Clinton. Nam Parade. Nam. 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 Nam, but with a Tommy gun. Nam, but with a guy who died. That's actually a sick photo. Yeah, I still play the saxophone. I played it with Bill Clinton. Nam, but mogging you. Nam, but mogging you. Mind you, this ring, I have this ring and I wear this ring all the time. Nam, but fucking mogging the shit out of you. Nam, but literally mogging you. Nam, but you could be a model and you're being mogged. That's crazy. That's the craziest one, bro. Get fucking mogged by an 18-year-old in a fucking base in Vietnam. Get mogged. Your dad was a stud. What happened to you, Chris? Put him in the corner. 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 Put him in the fucking corner. Is that your dad? Yeah. You actually put him in the fucking corner? You sick fucks. Let him out of the corner. Let him out of the goddamn corner. Oh, is this live? Yo, this is live. Yo, this is live. What? Huh? Bro, this is live. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. They got it, they got it, they destroyed it. Iron Dome goes crazy, bro. Iron Dome goes crazy. Oh my God, bro. You said you're at 7? We're at 8 now. Because U.S. forces are now involved, and Trump says that we're sending more forces. So we're at an 8 now. The U.S. is officially in the fight. And also, I think other countries, France, UK... Let me see. Countries say they'll defend Israel. Iran threatens to target the U.S., the U.K., and French bases if they help stop strikes on Israel. The U.S. is involved. We've already started. We are already in the fight, okay? The U.K. and France are not known to participate, but they signaled that they could. Iran has warned the United States, the United Kingdom, and France that their bases and ships in the region will be targeted if they help stop Tehran's strikes on Israel. Yo, why the fuck? Why don't we just leave them? Why don't we just say to the Israelis, fuck it, have fun, good luck? Who gives a shit? It's not our fucking fight. It's not our fucking nation.
A manhunt is still underway this morning after 2 state lawmakers and their spouses were shot. Minnesota House Speaker Emeritus.
Now, a lot of people in Sibley County, they woke up to this alert. We'll show you on your screen right now that they located what they believe to be the shooter's vehicle near Highway 25. They're telling people still in Sibley County, stay in your homes with your doors locked, keep your cars secured so that he cannot use any of these places to hide. And that, of course, they want anyone to report any suspicious activity to 911. They did let the community know that they would be going door to door, and we saw some video of that earlier, our new drone video of officers approaching various properties to question the people inside and make sure they're okay and search the properties and make sure that he's not trying to seek refuge in any of them. Our Joe McCoy has been live in Sibley.
Still haven't gotten that motherfucker, bro. Oh, those are the Marines. These are the Marines. Hassan got maced and hit with a baton? Bullshit. No shot. No fucking shot. Where the fuck are you seeing this, bro? What are you talking about? He had glasses on, so it didn't... Was he even at the fucking... I doubt he was even at it yesterday. By the way, guys, who can start a poll in the chat? Mods, are you able to start a poll in the chat?
That was...
Only you, Chris? Damn. All right, let me see. How do I start a poll? Let me do a quick poll here. I want to see if I even know how to do that. Engage with your audience. Start poll. Okay. Should I do a weekly gaming stream on Twitch? There you go. There's a poll for you.
We just heard shots. Everyone's running. Shots or fireworks, but someone's saying that there's a guy with a gun. Someone just got shot in Salt Lake City at the No Kings protest. Right there. Someone just got shot. What happened?
Did the poll end? What did the poll say?
Who? By who?
I don't know. I saw some guy in a yellow vest with a gun pointing it. What happened?
They shot and killed him. I don't know. Someone just got shot in the head outside the federal building in Salt Lake City.
97% yes. All right, I could do a weekly gaming stream. Maybe I could do them on Sundays because I like to play games on Sundays. I don't usually make videos.
Someone just got shot.
Maybe a little Splitgate 2 stream. I made Jack sad. Good. Maybe a little Splitgate 2 stream.
Not even 100 feet away.
Is that Jesus? Was that Jesus Christ?
Someone
Wait
just
a
got
minute.
shot not even 100 feet away.
Hold on a second. That's Jesus Christ.
Can you text me? Where's the guy down at? Right down there. Okay. Okay. Hey, find it, and then.
All right. I think I'm going to end the stream and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Perhaps I'll go live on Twitch. Make sure you follow me on Twitch just in case I do go live. If I do go live, I'll let you guys know here. I don't like gaming on YouTube, Twitch streaming on YouTube, or gaming streaming on YouTube. But perhaps I'll go live. I'll let you guys know. Name on Twitch, exact same thing. Valenti Videos. Exact same thing. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me immensely. I love you all. Thank you very much for 69.2K subs. We're almost at 70K. We want to hit 100K as soon as possible. So don't forget to sub if you're not subbed. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.